the last part of the qualifying, the last disappointing part of my national team career was it was kind of taken away from me. And you know, I'm not even gonna say his name, but when a manager says stuff that's not true, or says, you know, I'm the scapegoat for being upset and being called a bad egg, when that's never been the case. Was I upset that I wasn't playing? 100%. And I was upset because of what happened before the camp took place. And before what happened took place, I was coming back from an injury, and I played against Man United on the weekend. It was either Man United or Southampton on the weekend. I had 90 minutes under my belt, and I just remember getting an email saying, you know, are you going to be mentally and physically fit for these upcoming games? They're two big games. And I said, of course. So, like, I'm fully fit. I'm in the starting 11 for this weekend, and I'm ready to go. If you say what?
Did you watch the game on TV?
Yeah. And I just said, like, you know, are you saying that, you know, and he said, I haven't made my mind up to the starting 11, and I want you to come in here and be a leader, and we need your experience and stuff like that. I said, all right, well, give me a fair opportunity. Like, don't call me in. Like, I want to do whatever I can to help the national team and help the team, but don't call me in and question my ability, if I'm fit or not, if I'm fit enough, if I'm, you know, mentally ready. And then, you know, I get into camp on the Sunday, and he's already got the starting lineup out, and I'm like, well, what's going to, like, give me because he's saying that I'm not fit enough. I said, well, and then, you know, you have a meeting halfway through the camp, and you say, you know, like, you've only played, you know, 1-2 games this month, and you're coming back from, you know, from an injury. And I said, yeah, but that was Man United and Southampton, and all these other guys have played 4 or 5 games in the MLS. And yeah, okay, 4 or 5 games in a month. I only played 2, and I missed 2 weeks. So I didn't lose that much fitness because I just played 90 minutes on the weekend. So, like, don't question my ability. Don't if I'm not fit enough, you shouldn't have brought me in. And that was my whole thing. Like, give me a fair opportunity. And that's where it was all lost. And that's where I had a disagreement with him. And was I going to be like my fun, happy-go-lucky guy, like being ecstatic because, you know, I'm here, and I don't want to play, or I want to play. And yeah, 100%. Like, I'm going to be a moody fuck. Like, I'm going to be upset because, one, he's questioning me. Sorry if we have to edit that out, but
no,
like,
no,
I'm going to be,
no, you're good.
I'm going to be moody. I'm going to be pissed off because he just questioned me as a professional, something that I've always backed if I'm not fit enough, or if I'm not ready, I'll tell you. But it was already, you know, I have the emails to all back it up. I said, you know, don't question my professionalism. Like, if Stoke said, you know, at that point in time, we were kind of in a battle. Mark Hughes was like, listen, I don't want you going there if you're not full fit, because I need you here. I need you playing for next week. You know, I need you for these games. So it was a discussion that I had. I said, no, I'm fit. I'm ready to go. But then, you know, you go down to Orlando, and then, yeah, we beat Panama. We should have beat Panama. And then we go down to Trinidad away. Well, what are we doing? And then, you know, that was my last game in the national team. And it's I would say that's the one regret. It's the one regret that I didn't say something or speak up in the point where, you know, I should have done more, and should have, and because watching the game in front of me, and knowing that I could have been an answer, I could have been a guy that was fighting for the team. And you look at the game, you watch the game, and it just looked like we lacked that fight, we lacked that desire, and we just kind of went back to status quo. And that was my point. You go from Jurgen, you go to status quo. Yeah, we lost 2 games against Mexico and Costa Rica. In the hex, you know, while Jurgen was a manager, and I was recovering from a knee injury, and I just remember, like, I missed those 2 games, and seeing it from afar, you're like, wow, like, it just, something seems off. Like, and, you know, there's things that, you hear through the grapevine and some things, and some players didn't want Jurgen there and this and that, but that's here nor there. But for me, is we went back to the old U.S. soccer, and I think that's where we missed. It became like kind of our foot was off the pedal a little bit, and we're gonna qualify, we're gonna be all right. Yeah, so that, I think that's the toughest moment of my career, where and then I got labeled, or he said, like, I was the bad egg. There was a few bad eggs, like Fabian and myself were mentioned. And like, you look at him, like, Fabian's playing Champions League. He's playing at a high level, and why would he come all the way from back here when he knows you're just going to pie him off, and you're not going to give him a fit because you didn't want him in your squad? So like, was he supposed to be ecstatic about it? And I think that's where, I got kind of thrown out under the bus, because it was like, oh, we didn't qualify, but let's deflect and not take ownership. And, I took it personal, because after reading his comments, and when he said, I did the best I could with the talent that I had, that should bother every single player that was in the squad. Because at the end of the day, we were better, and we had really, really good players, but you made a bad tactical decision, and that's the end of it. Like, that is, you don't play a 4-1-3-2 away, and you're attacking, and you needed a point to qualify, and you're playing away to Trinidad. The pitch was terrible, was flooded the day before, and we make it more solid. And that was the one time we didn't change the lineup, because he changed the lineup every single game prior to that. So, that for me was the hardest, I think the biggest disappointment and the regret that I have in my career.